Hi, my name is Rachel Horne. When I was a junior in high school, I was debating and questioning what God wanted me to do with my life. I had been raised in ministry my entire life as a pastor's kid. I lived and breathed ministry, and I never wanted to do ministry with my life. I was a junior at a winter retreat. There was an altar call the pastor had, Ali Vasquez, for women who feel called to preach. And I remember I was sitting in the back of the room with my journal open, just asking and seeking God and what he wanted for my life. And when she had that call, I remember the next moment I was up at the altar, ready to receive that call and ready to say yes to the call to full-time ministry and to preach. After God called me into full-time ministry, I began exploring options of where I could pursue that call at different schools or ministry schools. I thought I knew where I was going. I thought I had a plan, but God challenged me when he put it on my heart one night. About a year later, after I received the call to ministry, I knew I had to go to a school that was specifically dedicated to this. So I knew Northpoint Bible College, which is where I am now, was dedicated to that vision, was dedicated to seeing people fulfill the call of God on their lives. I showed up on my first day, freshman year, never been to New England before, never even been to the school before, just ready to receive everything God had for me at Northpoint. So since being here at Northpoint these past 3 years, God has moved in my life in more ways than I ever could have imagined. Whether it's in the chapel, hearing from anointed speakers and receiving from God at those altars, or in the classrooms learning about the Bible from our professors, traveling on the summer team Northpoint Worship to different camps doing worship and getting to pour into the lives of teenagers, or just in the dorms with other girls just praying and speaking into your life. God has met me and God has grown me. And just the community overall here, the spiritual atmosphere is just unlike anything else. You're surrounded by people who are dedicated to the same call that you are. They're dedicated to the same thing and the same reason why you're here. They're taking it serious, and it's just an incredible atmosphere to be around people who are just as like-minded as you and focused on the same thing. I want to encourage you guys today, if you're in a similar situation as I was as a junior in high school, not knowing what you wanted to do with your life, I want to encourage you to surrender your life to the Lord daily and let him speak to you. Give him your yes and watch what he will do with it. Whatever it may be, whether it's ministry or not, give God your yes. And maybe you are called into full-time ministry. If you are, I want to challenge you to take that call seriously. For me, taking it seriously was coming to Northpoint because I knew Northpoint was dedicated to helping equip and to help fulfill the call of God on people's lives. I want to encourage and challenge you to pray and seek what the Lord has for you, and maybe Northpoint is for you.